Freight logistics company ArcBest says that trends are improving in August despite some recent concerns of a freight recession. The company serves the manufacturing and retail industries and has seen its stock rise 46% year to date, easily outperforming the transports ETF. Joining us right now to share her view of the economy is ArcBest CEO Judy McReynolds. ArcBest, by the way, is also celebrating its 100th anniversary. So, Judy, congratulations on that.
Well, thank you so much. We're very excited to be here today.
Well, let's talk through what you're seeing, because I think there has been this talk of a freight recession and real concerns about what's happening. But in August, you've seen a real pickup, at least in some areas.
That's right. Well, it's related to, some disruption in the industry, I'll say. I think you all have probably seen the headlines with Yellow going bankrupt. And so that has affected some of our opportunities and the core business, what we call core business, regular, less than truckload customers that's available and that we do. And so, in the update that we did, we're really commenting about that impact as well.
So it's not necessarily that this is a sign of better news for the overall economy, but it's better news, better opportunity for you because of a player that's been
That's exactly right. That's, as we saw before this happened, in the second quarter, we had seen freight demand weaken into the second quarter, which is usually a seasonal uptick in business. You don't usually see that kind of that downslide that we saw in the second quarter relative to first.
Was that across all your business
Yes.
lines, your customer lines?
Yeah. Yep, it was.
Retail, everything.
And so, this happened, as we were winding up the second quarter into the third, a lot of this disruption was going on. And there's been a lot of interest in how that's impacting us.
One of the things you've dealt with that other industries and other players in your industry are also dealing with is trying to settle with the union for a new contract.
Yes.
You've done that, but
Yes.
you have said that it is going to add to your margins, something like 300 to 400 basis
That's
points.
right. That's right.
How big of an increase was it that you?
Well, the overall increase for the 5-year period is about 4% whenever you consider the wages and benefits, which our employees are very well compensated, including the benefits. And so, but the first year is 13.5% increase. So we had a big jump increase, really to get us to the right place, to start from a market competitive wage standpoint. And then, as you go through the contract period, it's pretty normal is what I'd say for this environment.
Is it a 4?
It's 5 years.
Okay. So 5-year contract on that. You are going to be able to offset some of that with some cuts that you've done yourself.
That's right.
Some price cuts that you've done internally. So how do you deal with it?
Well, we did. We just, when you have your business, performing with a lower number of shipments, at least that's what we were experiencing in the second quarter, we review things, make sure that we've got our resources aligned with that, whether it's, something that we're purchasing outside. Sometimes we use cartage agents, rented equipment, those kinds of things. Those typically will go first as things that you'll reduce out because you just don't have the shipments to support them. And then other changes that we make relate to, headcount in different areas that are really production sort of things attached to shipment levels. But it's that kind of adjustment that you make in a time like this.
What do you hear from customers these days? Is there less demand for things on the store shelves, and that's part of this?
It is. I think it's different depending on the customer. I mean, we have some, off-price retailers that we do business with that are in a very robust place right now. But, a lot of our business is tied to manufacturing, and there's been just a weakness that's there and been persistent, I'd say. And we're hopeful, that with some of the other trends, reshoring and things like that, that there's going to be a pickup in that. But we're ready for anything. I mean, we've been in business 100 years, been through a lot of ups and downs in the macro economy. Our company is just resilient, I think. Whenever you think, I was thinking about the pandemic period, where we had the big fall off in business, things were shutting down. 2 months later, had a robust recovery, and then the rest of 2021 and 22 were just amazing years. We grew revenues in each of those years $1 billion in each of those years. And so this 2023 is, I would say, in a weaker place, but it's comparing back to that. And then, of course, the Yellow situation has given us a lot of opportunity.
Right. Biggest challenge that you're facing right now, is it finding employees, or is that easier to do now that you've got the contract settled?
It is easier to do with the contract settlement and then just the available workforce that's out there now. But, we think of these things over the long term. You've got to be positioned right. We're a company that, the employees, we say, are the heart of our success, and we really mean that. And so we invest a lot in, all parts of the process, whether it's, recruiting or retaining employees, developing them when they're with us. And all of that is a plan to make sure that we're in a position where resources are available to us and not something that's a challenge.